5 simple things you should remove from your life to become happier. It's easy to think that a few life hacks, breathing exercises, and affirmations are going to transform everything and make you content. But it's far easier to be happy in life when you are not actively engaged in making yourself unhappy. So rather than adding more things to your life, it's far more effective and practical to eliminate what hurts your happiness in the first place. 1. Remove negative information. Many people get accustomed to negativity, stress, and frustration, whether it's from their social circle or what they see. In this context, here are 2 places you should avoid. 1. Stop watching and reading the news. Of course, you should make exceptions for major events of serious impact, but generally avoid all news. First, it causes a lot of stress. Consuming negative headline after negative headline can make you far more worried, anxious, and sad. Also, while occasionally the news is helpful, it often portrays a negative, extreme, and biased view. Secondly, most of the stories in the news don't affect you at all. For example, a hit and run in another town, or a drug bust, and so on. You only have limited mental energy each day, so why waste it on negative things you have no control over? This isn't about ignorance. It's about knowing that certain things just aren't worth the impact on your mental health. The other thing you should significantly reduce is social media usage. The problem with social media is there's a tendency to become depressed and unhappy with your own life. Generally on social media, people only share the best things that happen. And while there's nothing wrong with that, people start to feel unhappy with their own lives in comparison. Once you start limiting social media, you'll feel a massive relief, and you'll have far more free time to spend on the things you love. The average person spends 2 hours and 24 minutes every day checking social media. This can further affect happiness because there's an association between screen time and depression. Number 2. Remove the bottom 20% from your life. The 80-20 rule suggests that 20% of causes create 80% of effects. That's why you should do an 80-20 analysis every few months and ask 2 questions. 1. What are the 20% of things that cause 80% of your unhappiness? And 2. What are the 20% of things that cause 80% of your happiness? If certain activities, commitments, or even people make you unhappy, you should do whatever you can to avoid them. And if they are boosting your happiness, you do whatever you can to increase them. Just by removing 2 or 3 things you don't like, your life gets significantly and instantly better. 3. Remove negative people. If you surround yourself with negative, unhappy, and unambitious people, they will bring you down to their level no matter how hard you try. So if you want to change, you have to change your environment first. Do not underestimate the power of your social circle. Try using the 80-20 rule once again. Which 20% of your friends or family cause 80% of your unhappiness, self-doubt, anger, and whatever it is? Find the sources of your negativity and have honest conversations respectively, and then create boundaries to protect yourself. Number 4 is to remove the desire to prove yourself. There's nothing wrong with having big, ambitious goals, but many people pursue lofty goals in order to prove something to others and, more importantly, to themselves. They care so much about what people think about them, yet they also care about proving their self-worth, showing they are at a certain level, and validating their existence. The need to be perfect tends to lead to depression, anxiety, and burnout. If you are guilty of this, it will only take you further away from happiness. 5. Remove your attachments. Some people believe they can't be happy until they have certain things. Talk of wealth, health, relationships, possessions, and the likes. But that doesn't hold up under psychology. When you achieve something and feel happy, you quickly adapt and lose that happiness. You then try to achieve something else, and the cycle repeats, creating what's called the hedonic treadmill. Ultimately, if one can't be happy without those things, then one can't be happy with them. That's not to say you should never try to achieve anything in life. Instead, try to reach goals without making your happiness depend on them. In other words, without attaching your happiness to them. It creates far more freedom, ease, and peace. And if you ever happen to lose what you have, you won't be as devastated because it was never the source of your happiness in the first place. And those are the 5 simple things you should remove from your life to become happier. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like the video, comment, and share as well. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Do have a great time.